Welcome to the Screen MDM Talks podcast hosted by me, Mansha Daswani. This week our sponsor is MD Media Biz. Welcome back to Screen MDM Talks, and I'm here again with my partner in Screen MDM, Kate.
Hello there, Mansha. How are you?
I'm doing well, Kate. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you. I am busy. I am enjoying being busy. I am having lots of interesting conversations with people that are defining how the year is going to take place, I think. May I be so bold to say? But yeah, no, I'm good. I'm very well.
It's been an incredibly busy week, hasn't it?
Yes.
It's yeah, I've been a bit taken aback just this week, just at the volume of requests for things and wanting to be interviewed and wanting to be on podcasts and wanted to know what we're up to. So yeah, it's been a really, really, really uplifting week. I love it.
It's been good. It's been really good. I had something come through the post today, Mansha.
Did you
Da, da,
did
da,
you get
da.
oh,
It's a Screen MDM ATF edition.
so pretty.
Isn't it pretty? Isn't it?
Isn't
Look
it
at it. Look at
amazing?
it.
We're so proud of it.
Yeah, it's
I was
a
so
great
proud of it.
issue. It's a great issue. That was a really clever segue into me wanting to talk about print in this
Yeah, we should,
podcast.
because so I mean, I love print.
Love.
I'm an old school print girl, right? When I started, that's all we would do. Actually, no, that's not true. When I started the business, in fact, I was with Janine Stein and we did have a daily, but print was mostly what we did, and that was 20 plus years ago. So it is in my DNA. I loved it, and yes, I did print for ATF because ATF is one of those events where the buyers still go over to the magazines area and pick up copies. I've seen it happen. But not every event is like that.
No,
And yeah.
I think just from chatting to everyone, which is obviously what I'm doing all of the time, I don't think I don't think there's many events where it is like that. MIPCOM, obviously, ATF is definitely one of them. But then looking at how the year is taking shape and what events people are attending and what the needs are, everybody wants to have a bit of marketing like on the ground, but not everyone wants to have a print edition or a print magazine for many reasons. And also, a lot of the markets and festivals are cutting back on how many they distribute.
Yeah.
So we are, I think it's safe to say, rethinking about how we are going to distribute our print. The thing with Screen MDM is we are a digital first news title, and we kind of struggled with having print in the first place when we said we're going to do this, but we still need to have print. So I think we are going to curb having one for the spring issue and have a look at how things land for the summer. I mean, definitely MIPCOM print issue for sure, and ATF again, obviously, because that just went so well last time. I think it's interesting because then you start looking at territory specific events and why there's a need for a certain type of marketing there. It kind of then sort of has this ripple effect on what we're doing in other places. But it has been an interesting start, and deciding that we're going to just can that spring issue, I think, is definitely the right thing to do.
I think it is, just in terms of obviously time and efficiency for one, cost two, and also just a little bit of a sustainability issue. I think you and I have both been at MIPS or MIPCOMs where we might have seen boxes of our previous magazines that were being thrown out at the end of the event because you happened to print too many that year or whatever it is. And it's gut-wrenching. It is gut-wrenching to see just waste. And I'm not a fan of waste. I think our entire MO with Screen MDM was being lean, mean, and efficient. And I'm just, I really wanted to do a print issue for the spring, but I just think honestly, for our purposes and our readers' purposes, I just don't feel like it makes a ton of sense anymore.
No, it
Really
doesn't.
doesn't.
I think it's quite a good reflection on this whole business as well, though, as in this Screen MDM business, is that we can get feedback from clients and friends and partners in the industry and make a decision very quickly to either act on something or kill something. So it's quite nice having this discussion with you like earlier on in the week, saying, do you know what? No one, people aren't doing much in print for spring. So it's just been quite nice to be able to be like, yeah, let's just can that idea. And I guess, just echoing again, the fact that it's the feedback that we're getting from the industry. Yeah. We're listening to the industry and we can act on it pretty quickly. So yeah, but don't get me wrong, I really love this. I love
Me too. Me
I love the
too.
smell of it. But yeah, we will
Smells
be doing
great,
print at some point.
feels great. We will do print 1,000%. But I think the fact that digital first is the most popular, one of the most popular pages on the website, I think says a lot about just how people are thinking about everything.
Mhm.
And so given that, I do think us being a digital first trade is the smartest way to go. And on that point, we are also leaning into doing just sort of more editorially rooted strands throughout the year that are not necessarily pegged to an event. I know there are so many events that people are going to, but I also just feel like there are a lot of recurring themes that we're all contending with. And so we're going to be delivering coverage through thought leadership pieces and trend focused pods and recaps and editorial strands on the website and the daily too. And you're busy selling those now, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because one thing that's quite difficult, I guess, to think of is new digital marketing ideas
Yeah.
because obviously banners are just banners and they're kind of like the bread and butter that everyone needs to be having. And then there's like digital magazines where we're kind of like, well, we're not really going to be doing that many magazines. And so
Yeah.
obviously branded content is like, has been the buzzword for about 7 years.
Indeed.
And it was just coming up with some ideas on what that branded content could look like and having and just creating. I mean, we've got a list of like 50 topics we wanna do. There's so much we want to do. And you know, those that thought leadership series will be sort of commercially and editorially led as well.
Yes.
But I know both of us are quite excited to have those sort of peer-to-peer conversations and getting some sponsors on board and also just picking people's brains in the industry really and getting some good data to send over to people. So yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was our conversations earlier this week as well.
We've also been, I think Kate and I have been thinking a lot internally about how we respect our readers' inboxes. Because this comes out of, I think, me looking at my inbox every day and the number of newsletters I get. I am not alone on this. A lot of us are getting an awful number of trades every day. And a lot of them are putting out multiple things every day. So we're going to focus on a small number of email newsletters that are coming into your inbox and not advertorial blast of sorts where it's an entire email about a single show. I'm just not sure our readers have the desire or the want for that, and neither do I. And I know it's been hard for you, Kate, as my my revenue earner to hear that.
You know,
But
mm, you know what? It's not a hardship actually, because if we're all honest, we all know we kind of scroll past those third party emails, don't we? And our open rate is, let me just wait, our open rate is
we talk
70%.
about it again. It's so good.
70% open rate. The industry average is 15. Okay. So we don't want to ruin that. And also doing another bit of nerdy research on data, because you know I love the numbers. The industry average for open rate for a third party email is 7%. I don't want those numbers affecting us. So we're not going to be doing third party emails, which I think is absolutely a good thing. So we don't want to flood people's emails. We want to send them the stuff that they want to read. We want to send them the facts, the news, the data. So yes, another good quick decision we've made at Screen MDM.
But our focus now for folks who are interested about what's happening in the next few weeks, we've got some really great e-show dailies planned for the big London weeks. I'm planning a ton of coverage. If I haven't hit you up yet, if you're a London TV screenings or MIP London exhibitor and I haven't hit you up yet, come find me because I want to know what folks are doing at that market. So we're going to do editorial trend pieces, podcasts, a whole thing over, I think it's 2 weeks of our e-show daily. Is that right, Kate?
We're doing London screenings, show dailies. We're doing a preview the week before and some
Yeah.
during the week of MIP London and London TV
Brilliant.
screenings. We are
Yay.
doing minisodes as well, which is kind of a new product that we're doing, which is if you want to get involved in one of the podcasts, but you don't want a whole 30-minute episode, we're doing sort of minisodes, which will then be packaged together as our either preview or roundup of that particular market. So yes, we've had quite a lot of interest for London TV screenings and MIP London minisodes, which is fantastic. But really, we only want 4 companies per episode. looks like we might end up having to do a couple per market, but we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see. It's still early
we'll
days,
see.
but we've got some people eager to get on there, get their face on the screen. So, which is great.
And I was reluctant to leave the kids business when I exited my last post because I love the kids business. I think it's super fun to cover and I love the folks in the kids business. So I've been trying to build out that section on our website and in the daily. And I'm doing a series of really great podcasts with smart, intelligent people who know what's happening in the kids business. Because obviously Kids Green is happening in February and MIP London is also hosting a kids and teen summit. So February feels like a really good time for us to focus some of our time and efforts on the hardworking folks in the kids business who are trying to do some good content under really challenging circumstances. So yeah, if you're in the kids business and have an interesting story to tell and want to be on my podcast series, you know where to find me.
Absolutely. Yes. Do keep letting us know your thoughts and feedback on what markets you're attending this year, key sort of travel dates and times for you guys. As we've said before, things have changed quite a bit this year in the calendar and in terms of what people are really wanting to get out of their visits. So yeah,
Yeah,
keep all the feedback coming in. It's really useful and we're acting on it. We hear you and we're
literally.
acting on it quickly. So do keep that coming in.
Also, keep signing up to the Substack. We're getting new subscribers every day. It's an absolute joy. It makes me really happy. So come find us on Substack. And again, Screening MTM Club. If you want sort of a red carpet VIP priority access
Who
to all of
doesn't?
the great stuff we're doing over the next few months, that is the best way to get it. And it's not very expensive.
Perfect. We love it.
Oh, no.
Fabulous.
Well, Kate, it was a delight as always.
As always.
Seeing you in a
Thank you.
couple weeks. No, I think it's in a month, right? I'll see you proper.
Oh yeah, we're going to be storming the streets of London together, aren't we?
It's
Watch
terrifying.
out.
I know. I'm a bit worried. I'm a little concerned. But no, it's gonna be great. And yeah, there may be lanyards. There for sure will be tote bags.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We'll
Give you
come
a little
armed with
blingy.
much for many.
And I believe your arms are good now.
I have two. Look at them. Oh my
Woo!
god! Can't quite double high five yet, but I'll get there. I'll get there.
I'm so excited to see
Don't
that.
tell me about it. I still can't really text because it's quite stiff, which isn't really ideal in that situation. But it's getting there. It's getting there.
Getting there. Good, good, good. Well, I'll see you
Thanks.
soon, Kate.
All right, cool. I'll speak to you soon, Mansha.
Bye. Thanks for listening to the Screen MDM Talks podcast hosted by me, Mansha Daswani. Kate Roach is our VP of Global Ad Sales and Business Development. Production was done by Anand Patel. Musical score performed and composed by Jahan Raymond.